Welcome to another TechMinds video short. My name is Joe Romeo. If you've ever wanted to connect to the internet on the road using only your smartphone data connection, you're going to like this. Today we're going to be looking at Wi-Fi tethering with the Dell Streak on Android, the iPhone 4 on the iOS platform, and the HTC HD2 for Windows Mobile. Alright, for our first guinea pig we're going to be using the iPhone 4, and to test all of our mobile Wi-Fi connections we're going to be using this Toshiba Libretto, which is a dual screen tablet running Windows 7. Alright, first off let's jump into the Wi-Fi and disconnect. So we are not connected to any Wi-Fi. Open up Firefox to show you that yes, that is in fact the case. So let's grab the iPhone 4. Alright, in order to use Wi-Fi tethering, you do have to jailbreak your device, which is not possible in the newest version of iOS 4.2 yet, but we expect it shortly. If you're running an older version, you certainly can. We recommend this app MyWi. It does cost $20, but it's a one-time cost, and in comparison to the monthly subscriptions that most carriers want to sell you for tethering, no pun intended, it's a steal. So, I've named it iPhone MyWi Sharing. Let's start it up. And it's going to create a Wi-Fi hotspot with that name. It says it is active, so let's put the iPhone down, jump back over to the Libretto, and there it is, iPhone MyWi Sharing. So let's jump in, type in the security key, which extremely creative, let me tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. This is just for our tests, obviously. I would not recommend giving your Wi-Fi password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Alright, now we are connected. Let's jump over to Engadget. And while not as fast as your home network, it's really not too bad. Let's spread this across both screens. There we go. And we're going to jump over to DSL report speed test. Which is going to tell us how fast we're actually sharing the Wi-Fi connection from the iPhone. So let's do the flash test. Okay, Denver, Colorado. Let's see what happens. This makes for very exciting YouTube, doesn't it? Alright, looks we're going to get just about 1.7 megabits down. And our upload speed with the iPhone 4 is almost on par with our download speed. Not too bad. 1.2 megabits up with a latency of 71. Alright, now we're going to repeat the test, except this time with Windows Mobile running on our HTC HD2. A nice thing about both Windows Mobile and Android is that these Wi-Fi sharing applications are free. So I'm going to go Start. CM Internet Sharing. We grabbed this off a very popular forum called XDA. They're great guys, very knowledgeable. They work with both Windows Mobile and Android. Name the network Windows Mobile Wi-Fi and Start. This gives us I mean, it's not that the instructions are complicated, but you know, it's nice. Enable Wi-Fi on your PC. Find the name of the network. Here's the password. It's kind of a nice little helpful instruction screen. Alright, now we're going to say OK. As that's setting itself up, we'll put them back away. And we're going to do the same thing as before. Jump on our list of Wi-Fi networks. And there we go. Windows Mobile Wi-Fi. Connect. It's going to ask us for the password. And we did the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's more difficult than it looks from behind a camera. Okay, let's get rid of the keyboard. Put the computer back down, and we are connected. So let's jump back onto Firefox and test out Engadget, our old standby for website testing, and sure enough, it loads up. That's actually not too bad. Okay, let's go back to the speed test. Okay, we're just going to pick Los Angeles this time. And there we go. Our latency was definitely worse, 184 milliseconds, but our download speed is faster than the iPhone 4, 1958. And our upload speed is looking like it's going to be less. Nope, at the last second it pulls it out. That's actually a better speed test, tethering. Let's get closer in on that. That's almost 2 megabits down and over 1 megabit up. Not too bad tethering with your phone. Alright, and here we are for our last test. We're going to be using the Android-powered Dell Streak. Now, you do have to be rooted. If you're not sure what rooted means, check out our full article at the website, yourtechminds.com. There are plenty of great guides out there to get root access to your phone. The basic premise is that you're like an administrator on a computer. It's like having administrative rights on your normal Windows computer. Okay, we're going to use a program called Barnacle Wi-Fi, which is free on the market, and the only way you can use it is, again, when you have root permissions. Alright, we start it up. Done. It says it's doing its thing. Alright. So now we're going to jump back over to our libretto and Android Wi-Fi sharing. Great. Let's jump on that. Let me show you the name up close so you can see it as well. Android Wi-Fi sharing. Perfect. Connecting, and we're good to go. So let's jump and do the same test we did before. We're going to go to Engadget real quick. Again, just takes a few seconds to load. That's pretty good. Scrolling on the libretto this is actually a fault of the libretto. I think the kinetic scrolling is not always the greatest. It's not a fault of the Wi-Fi connection. All right, so let's jump over to the DSL report speed test. And here we are. Denver, Colorado is back in the list, so let's do that. Great. Slowest download speed so far. Let's make this full screen. But by far the fastest upload speed so far. So there you go. We're going to publish the full results at the website, yourtechminds.com. Feel free to check us out on Twitter. We are at yourtechminds. And subscribe to us on YouTube.